Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we will be seeing questions related to your communication assessment, that is in your Cognizant Gen C role. If you are going to appear for your first round of your assessment, that is your Gen C communication assessment, this video is going to be super helpful as we will be discussing questions on all the sections, and these are actually the questions which came in exam. So this video is going to be super helpful for you if you are also going to attempt your Cognizant Gen C examination. Make sure to watch the video till complete end so that you don't miss on any important stuff from this video. Also, if you have any doubts in any of the questions, you can write that down in the comment section. Make sure to attempt the DIY questions that I have by the end of this video for all of you. Also, please share your review in this video, that if you found this video helpful or not, and if you want a second part of this video, because I have taken only limited questions in this video and I have more questions still pending. If you want that video, please write it down in this video. If I get sufficient amounts of comments on this video, I will post that second part also. Before we start the video, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, as I regularly post these kinds of helpful videos for all of you. And there is a must know important thing from my channel, that is I have already created a Cognizant prep playlist in which I have already uploaded a lot of practice videos and actual questions from your Cognizant Gen C assessment, because recently Cognizant Gen C has conducted on-campus drive in which a lot of questions came. So all of those videos are already there. You can see communication assessment, your aptitude, technical and interview questions. Everything is there in this playlist. Make sure to check this and prepare well for your Gen C examination. So without wasting any time, let's get started with first questions. Okay, so let's start by looking at the first set of questions that we have. The first set of questions are based on reading the sentences. Let's read the instructions first clearly and then we will attempt those questions. Read the following sentences aloud clearly and fluently. So guys, in this set of questions, you will be having one by one sentence displayed on your screen and you have to read it clearly and loudly. Okay, make sure that you don't make any of the mistakes in grammar or accent when you are speaking it out. So let's practice these statements that are given to us. The first statement, I am reading it out. The library is a quiet place to read and study. Second statement, hard work and determination lead to success. Third statement, she enjoys listening to music while working. Fourth statement, the streets were empty in the early morning. So guys, in this way you will be getting one by one statement. You have to speak it out loud. Okay, the same thing which is written on the screen, you have to read it and then speak it. Okay, so these questions are based on reading and then speaking. Okay, hope you have understood it. Now there are few things to take care. Okay, don't speak too fast also. Don't speak too fast, not too slow also. Okay, make sure that if there is any commas, okay, if there is any commas, full stop or something, then make sure to take a pause, okay, for those cases. So these are some tips that you have to follow for these types of questions. Okay, let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have. So the second types of questions that you will be getting is repeating the sentences. Now let's read the instructions very carefully and then we will attempt these questions. Listen to the following sentences and repeat them exactly as you hear them. So see, in these types of questions, there will be nothing that will be displaying on the screen. You will be having a button. You have to click on a button and then an audio will play. Okay, you have to listen to that audio very carefully, because whatever is spoken in that audio, the same exact sentence you have to speak it out. Now, to have the best practice of these questions, what I would suggest you, that don't look towards the screen. I will be reading out one by one sentences. Once I read a particular sentence, you pause the video and then speak out the same sentence, because this is how you are going to get in your examination. Okay, hope you have understood it, what these questions are and how you have to attempt them. So for now, don't look on your screens. I will be reading out the sentences. You pause once I am completing one sentence and then read it aloud. Okay, so this will give you the better practice how you will actually attempt these types of questions in the exam. Let's start with sentence 1. The weather forecast predicts rain for tomorrow. Sentence number 2. She completed her assignment ahead of deadline. Sentence number 3. Time management is essential for productivity. Sentence number 4. The museum showcases artifacts from ancient civilizations. Sentence number 5. A balanced diet contributes to a healthy lifestyle. Sentence number 6. The conference will be held at the Grand Hall next month. Sentence number 7. Reading books expands knowledge and vocabulary. Sentence number 8. The scientists conducted several experiments to prove the theory. Okay guys, so we have practiced all the 8 sentences that we were having. Now some tips for these types of questions. So there can be different accents in which the sentence will be spoken. Okay, for now I have spoken in my normal Indian accent, so it might be the case that you have understood it clearly and you have spoken it very well. But there can be the case that the sentence that is spoken might be in another language, like language as in another English accent, like American English, or it can be in British English. So in those cases also you have to listen very attentively what the sentence is saying, okay, or what the audio is speaking. Okay, make sure that you listen in one go. Okay, listen in one go, because there are chances that you might not get the option to repeat the sentence. Okay, the sentence won't be repeated. Okay, and you also try to speak in one go. Okay, don't rely on that, okay, if I made a mistake, I will recapture my audio. You never know, you will get that chance or you won't get that chance. So don't take any risk. Okay, you have one chance for one question, you have to consider that. Okay, and also there is always timeline for all the assessment, for the complete assessment, which is 58 minutes. So don't think that, if you will spend more time on one one section, you can attempt the complete exam. So you have to be like quick along with the clarity and accuracy. So don't waste time on a particular section, because if you will waste more time, then you will be short of time in the entire assessment. Okay, because for entire assessment to complete, you have only 58 minutes. Okay, let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have. So next set of questions are based on jumbled sentences. Let's read the instructions carefully. First of all, rearrange the words to form meaningful sentences. So we are given few sentences, we need to rearrange them to make a meaningful sentence. Okay, let's start with one by one. First sentence. Now guys, I would highly recommend you that at this point, before I give you the solution of a particular question, you pause the video, try to figure out the answers of these questions on your own, and then proceed with the solutions. This way you can do the best practice of these types of questions. Okay, hope you have understood what we need to do in these types of questions. Okay, let's attempt with first question. So I will be writing down the answers of these questions on the screen, and at the same time you also keep on practicing it. The jumbled sentences: the beautifully night sky stars the lit. Okay, the answer for this question is going to be the stars beautifully lit the night sky. Okay, so this is the meaningful sentence with the correct sequence. Okay, the stars beautifully lit the night sky. Hope you have understood it. Let's now attempt this question number 2, which is a cake birthday baked delicious she. So this is our jumbled sentence. Let's try to figure out the correct sentence with the correct sequence. So the correct sentence would be something like, she baked a delicious birthday cake. Okay, so the correct sentence is she baked a delicious birthday cake. Moving on to sentence number 3, which is the jumbled sentences: playground children in playing the are. Okay, so the correct sentence will be the children are playing in the playground. Okay, hope you have got it. Let's now move on to the next question. The jumbled sentences: new a language exciting learning is. Okay, let's see the correct sequence for this one. The correct sentence will be learning a new language is exciting. Okay, so this is our correct answer for this question. Learning a new language is exciting. Next one is the wrote an inspiring author book. The correct answer for this one is going to be the author wrote an inspiring book. Okay, hope you have understood these types of questions and you have understood how to solve this. The pattern, basically the main aim of this video is that you should get habitual of the pattern of questions, so that when you will see the same types of question in the examination, you won't feel that okay, this is something which is new and you don't even understand the instructions at that time. Now when you are practicing these questions now itself, so when you will appear for these types of questions in the examination, you will be already having practice of question solving, right? So hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next set of questions. Guys, before we dive deep into this set of questions, I want to humbly request you that if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like, as this motivates me to bring more such content for all of you. Okay, let's see the next set of questions that we have. The next set of questions is questions and answers based questions. Let's read the instructions in order to solve these questions. The instruction says that answer the following questions appropriately. So we are asked few questions and we have to read it, or we have to speak aloud the answers. Okay, let's see how can we attempt it. So the questions that is there on our screen is, what is your favorite hobby and why? So the answer for this can be, my favorite hobby is reading because it helps me learn new things and improves my vocabulary. So see, in this way you will be getting one questions, you have to answer it on the go. Okay, you don't have any time to prepare or something. Basically you just have to answer it. Okay, how do you usually spend your weekends? I usually spend my weekends relaxing, reading, or catching up with friends and family. Okay, so you have to just give a very basic 1 or 2 sentence answer, short and sweet, not too long. Okay, but you have to make sure that you are not making any grammatical mistakes, or you are not clear in your words. That should not happen. Okay, whatever you are speaking, speak with utmost clarity. That is the main important thing. Moving on to question number 3 that we have, can you describe a memorable trip you have taken? The answer for this is going to be, I once traveled to the mountains with my family and breathtaking views made it a truly unforgettable experience. Let's move on to the next question that we have. What are some of qualities of a good leader? A good leader should be confident, communicative, and able to inspire and motivate others. Next question that we have is, if you could meet any historical figure, who would it be and why? The answer for this can be, I would like to meet Albert Einstein to learn more about his ideas and theories. Let's move on to the next question that we have. What are the benefits of teamwork in a professional setting? Teamwork improves collaboration, enhances productivity, and helps in problem solving. Okay, moving on to the next question. How do you handle stressful situations effectively? The answer for this can be, I stay calm, prioritize tasks, and take breaks when needed to manage stress. Let's see the next question that we have. What steps do you take to stay organized and manage your time? The answer for this question can be, I create a to-do list of my tasks, set deadlines, and break the task into smaller steps. Moving on to the next question that we have. Describe a skill you have recently learned and how it has helped you. The answer for this is going to be, I recently learned coding, which has helped me develop problem solving skill and logical thinking. Moving on to the next question. What would you do if you had an unexpected day off? So the answer for this can be, I would relax, spend time with my family, or work on personal project. So these are some of the things that I would do on an unexpected day off. See guys, now if you notice one thing, when you are answering and you are short of words sometimes, if you feel that you are asked a question, now within like 4 to 5 words only your answer is completed. So what you can do is you can repeat the same parts of the words that were asked in the sentence. Okay, like for example, in this question, what would you do if you had an unexpected day off? So you can say, if I would have get an unexpected day off, I would revise my notes, practice speaking. So have you noticed the flow? What I have done is I have taken the part of a question and I am starting with that only, so that I'm getting some content to speak. But do this only if you are short of content. If you have already content in mind to speak, then you don't need to do this. Okay, I hope this tip was helpful. Moving on to the next question, which is, how do you prepare for an important exam or presentation? So the answer can be, I revise notes, practice speaking, and ensure I get enough rest before the big day. Next question that we have is, what is one of the most challenging tasks that you have completed? So the answer for this can be, completing a group project with a tight deadline was challenging, but it was rewarding at the end. Okay, it was rewarding at the end basically. So guys, in this way, hope you have understood the concept, how you have to attempt these types of questions and how you have to answer them. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Now guys, before we move on to the next set of questions, I just want one thing from you guys, that doesn't matter from which background you are, from which batch you are, you have to write your review in this video, or it does not matter whether your review is good or bad. If you have felt that this video is helpful, just write helpful. Okay, and if you have felt need improvement, then just write need improvement. Okay, this way I will get to know if there is any scope of improvement in these types of practice videos. And if you want more preparation video related to your communication assessment, make sure to write that also, because I am planning to create one more practice questions videos for you guys. Okay, let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have. The next set of questions is based on storytelling. Let's understand what these types of questions are asking us by reading the instructions. Create a short story based on the given prompts. So we have a prompt 1, which is a lost letter. Okay, so see, you will be given a prompt which is the title first of all, and then you will have some basic content. Okay, like this is the basic content. Okay, you can say using this you have to speak for like around 60 to 90 seconds. Okay, so this is the answer. I would highly suggest you that don't look at the answer now. You have to create your own answer. Okay, because that is what you have to do in your actual examination. Let's read the question first of all. Okay, so what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to remove this prompt from our screen. Okay, for now. Okay, so that you don't focus on that, and then we will see what is the correct answer. So the prompt is a lost letter. This is basically the title that on which we have to speak, and the help content that is given to us is: imagine you find an old unopened letter in an antique shop. The letter is addressed to someone but never delivered. Create a story about what happens next. Okay, so guys, I would suggest you take a moment, pause the video at this point, and try to create a short paragraph on this, whatever you feel so. Okay, and then you have to speak that, because in examination also you will get some time, around 30 to 60 seconds or something, in which you have to prepare this content. But I would highly recommend you don't write everything on that time, just prepare pointers what you have to speak around it. Okay, and then you have to frame your story. Okay, let's see. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to take the answer, and then we are going to see how you can answer this one. So the answer for this can be: one day I visited antique shop and found an old letter hidden inside a book. The envelope was sealed but never delivered. Out of curiosity, I opened it and discovered a love letter written in 1950. It was addressed to a woman named Emma but never reached her. Determined to reunite the letter with its rightful owner, I researched and found out that Emma was still alive, living in a retirement home. I visited her, and when she read the letter, her tears filled her eyes. It was from her childhood sweetheart, whom she never got to marry. That day, I witnessed a piece of history unfold before my eyes. So guys, if you have noticed one pattern, like 50% of the content in the starting of the story was taken from whatever the content is already given to us in the question. Okay, and then rest of the content only we have to create the story, right? So basically you can also create your stories in this type of way. Okay, that half of the content you can take up from whatever is given based on that data, and then you can create your own story going forward. Okay, moving forward, let's see the next set of question, which is reading paragraph. Okay, so in this type of question, what we need to do is read the following paragraph aloud. So you will be given a paragraph, you have to read it out aloud, nothing else. Okay, let's read this paragraph. The Amazon forest is often referred as the lungs of the earth because it produces about 20% of the world's oxygen. It is home to millions of species of plants, animals, and insects. However, deforestation has become a major concern as vast areas of the forest are being cleared for agriculture and urbanization. Conservation efforts are necessary to protect this crucial ecosystem. So this is the paragraph that was there on your screen. You just have to read it aloud. Hope you have understood it. Let's move on to the next set of questions that we have. Okay, so let's see what we need to do in this set of question. Instruction that is given to us is read the following paragraphs and answer the question based on them. Okay, let's understand. Okay, what we need to do here is, first of all, we are given a paragraph. Okay, and then based on that paragraph we are asked few questions. We have to answer the question. Okay, basically, so guys, you can say this is kind of a passage based question, so you have to read the paragraph very attentively. Let's read the paragraph that we have here. Thomas Edison was one of the greatest inventors in history. He is best known for inventing the electric light bulb, but he also developed many other important devices such as the phonograph and motion picture camera. Despite facing multiple failures, he never gave up and continued working on his experiments, which eventually led to groundbreaking discoveries. Okay, let's see now the questions that are follows on this passage or paragraph. First question is, what is Thomas Edison famous for? The answer for this question is going to be inventing the electric bulb. Okay, so if you have to speak the answer for this, how you will speak? Okay, you will speak in this way. Thomas Edison is famous for inventing the electric bulb. Moving on to second question that we have here. Name two other inventions by Thomas Edison. So what can be the answer for this one? Photograph and motion picture camera. Okay, photograph and motion picture camera. Now how can you answer this one? The two other inventions by Thomas Edison are photograph and motion picture camera. Let's see the third question that we have based on the paragraph. What quality made Edison a successful inventor? The answer for this can be his persistence despite multiple failures. Okay, multiple failures. So the answer for this question is going to be the qualities that made Edison a successful inventor were his persistence despite multiple failures. Okay, hope you have understood the pattern of these types of question and how can you answer them. Moving on to the next set of question that we have. Now guys, we are entering to grammar based question. Okay, now there is a section where you will get grammar based question. This section is mostly fill in the blank. Okay, fill in the blank type of question. Okay, you will be having different questions based on English grammar and you need to fill in the correct answer whatever is basically asked to you. Okay, let's understand one by one and see what kinds of question that we will get in this type of questions. First will be verb forms based questions. Let's see the instruction. Fill in the blank using the correct form of verb in brackets. The question that we have first is she dash write an email to her friend. So the correct answer in this case is going to be she is writing an email to her friend. Next question that we have is the sun dash in the east. The answer for this is going to be the sun rises in the east. Let's see the next one that we have. We dash a movie when the power went out. Okay, the correct answer for this one is going to be we were watching a movie. Okay, when the power went out. Guys, you have to focus on correct tense also. Power already went out, so that is why we are using were watching. What happened when power went out? We were watching a movie at that time. Next one that we have is by next year she dash her degree. So the answer for this would be by next year she will have completed. Okay, we are talking about future, so you have to use the correct verbs here. Okay, hope you have understood these types of questions. Let's move on to the next set of questions that we have based on grammar. So the question are now based on tenses. Fill in the blanks using the appropriate tense provided in the brackets. So the first question that we have is I dashed my grandparents last weekend. The answer for this is going to be I visited. Okay, because we are talking about past tense here. Second question that we have here is she dashed for her exams when I called. So the correct answer will be she was studying. Okay, when I called her. Again a past tense based question statement. Next up we have by the time we arrived the movie dash already. The answer for this is going to be by the time we arrived the movie has started already. Okay, next one that we have is if you dash earlier you wouldn't have missed the bus. The answer for this one is going to be had woken up. If you had woken up earlier you wouldn't have missed the bus. Let's move on to the next set of questions that we have, which are based on articles. Let's see the instructions that we are given. Fill in the blank using the correct article. The first question is she adopted dash dog from the shelter. Now what are articles? Just in case if you have forgotten, a and the are the articles that we have to use in these sentences. Okay, the first question is she adopted dash dog from a shelter. The correct answer is A. She adopted a dog from the shelter. Next question that we have is he bought dash umbrella because it was raining. So since this umbrella word has u in it, so we will use n, okay, which is a vowel. So umbrella, u is a vowel, right? So we will use n. Next one that we have is I watched dash interesting documentary last night. Again I, which is a vowel, so we will use n. I watched an interesting documentary last night. Let's move on to the next set of questions that we have, which are based on prepositions. So in prepositions, fill in the blank with the most suitable prepositions. Again, these are fill in the blanks based questions. You just have to take care of the correct preposition that is going to come in. Okay, let's see the first question that we have. She is interested dash learning new languages. The correct answer in this case is going to be she is interested in learning new languages. Let's move on to the second question. The book is lying dash the table. The correct answer will be the book is lying on the table. Third question that we have is we will meet dash Monday morning. The answer is going to be we will meet on Monday morning. Okay. Let's now move on to the next set of questions that we have, which is based on voice change. Voice change as in we will be having the sentences either in active voice. If we have it in active voice, what we need to do is we have to change it to passive. Okay. Or else we will be given the sentence in passive voice. So we have to change it to active voice. Okay. Now guys, when we say active and when we are talking about active and passive voice, you also have to understand there are some cases, very rarely, not every time, you might also get question from indirect to direct also. Okay. Like you will be having the sentence in indirect speech. So you have to speak it in direct speech, or if you have it in direct speech, then you have to answer the sentence in indirect. But as I'm telling you, very rarely you get the questions on direct and indirect. Mostly you will get it on active and passive voices. Let's see the first question that we have. The sentence is in active voice, which is she wrote a novel. Okay. Now this is in active voice. We have to change it to passive voice. Okay. I'm writing the answer over here. A novel was written by her. Okay. This is the correct answer for this question. Let's move on to the next question that we have. Question number 2. They will complete the project soon. This is in active voice. We have to change it to passive voice. The answer for this is going to be the project will be completed soon by them. Okay. Completed soon by them. Let's move on to the third question that we have here. The manager is reviewing the reports. This is in active voice. We have to change it to passive voice. The answer is going to be the reports are being reviewed by the manager. Okay. Hope you have understood all the answers. Okay. If you have any doubts in any point, you can ask me in the comment section. So guys, so far we have seen a lot of questions. Now I have 2 DIY questions for all of you. DIY as in do it yourself. What you need to do is you need to look at this question and write down the answer of these questions in the comment box. Make sure to write down the answer of these questions in the comment box if you have watched the video so far and if you are watching this DIY questions right now. The first DIY question that is there for all of you is she dash go to the market every Sunday. Basically, you have to fill the sentence with the correct form of verb. Next is they dash finished their homework before dinner yesterday. So you have to use the correct form of verb which for the word finish and fill in the blank. Okay. Make sure to attempt these answers and write down the answers in the comment box. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well. And if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.